I need a manor.
You need a manor.
Right.
How
not a mansion. I need a manor.
How does a person likes living in the city, prefers to live in the city, but not like neighbors?
Hate them.
Do you like the suburbs?
I hate the suburbs.
Wow.
You like the country?
Hate the country.
So he likes the city, just not the people in it.
Not the people. I don't like the people to live near me.
Okay.
I want space, but I don't want space that you get when you move out of the city.
Are we talking about like apartment living or townhome living, like row house living? Like, is that too close? Like, can you have like space between houses, neighbors?
I need more than that because what you hear is exactly that amount of space. I need more.
Okay.
So you need to buy like a warehouse and turn it into like your living abode. That's what
I would love that. I would love that. Unfortunately, gentrification and tycoons ruined that dream for me. I hate tycoons. I put them on the list. I'll make a top 5 list of things I hate.
Tycoons is up there?
Who's higher up on the list? Tycoons or nerds?
Ooh, good question.
Nerdy tycoon. That's number 1.
Easy money.
Bill
Easy
Gates.
money. I hate
Bill
him.
Gates. Yeah.
Hate him.
Okay. But
Patient zero.
Man. So, fellas, man, how's the weekend? We're gonna get started here. We got people in the chat, but first, before we get shout out to people in the live chat, then go to our intro and come back and talk about these games this week, man. AFC North. We'll break down the AFC North games, then we'll take one more break, and then we'll make our picks. But man, Pay, what's up, man? How's your week been besides complaining about the neighbors on Friday night?
Is it just me? Or is Friday getting further and further away? It seemed like It seemed like Friday took 4 weeks to get here this week. I don't know. Did that feel like that to anybody else?
It felt like it took how long?
Like 4 weeks.
Like the days was long.
Right. No, I get it. That's a working guys thing, man. I've been there, but haven't worked. I even steal your IG username now. I mean, people ask what I do. I tell them I got 7-day weekends, man. That's what I tell them. Because that's what it's been for some years now. Though I was out and about today, man. I had a doctor's appointment. My last one next month is technically, I thought it was this month, but next month's my last monthly appointment follow-up meeting with the kidney transplant doctor. So everything's been great. 11 months into it. One more month to meet with them. Then they just want to see me like annually. Obviously, I got to see my regular doctor and stuff. But yeah. So what a blessing, great, man.
Yeah. My mother made a comment about it, as a matter of fact. I want to tell you, over the past 2 weeks,
Mama Darlene.
Shout out to Mama Dar. She's made comments about each 3 of us. She said, Pay.
Pay. I'm sure Pay got the good stuff.
Actually, after my crossover with Dave from the Vikings First and Skull, she said, he sounded really good. He sounded like Pay sounds really good when I listen to you guys, like very clear and concise. Like he sounded really good. Volume was correct, all that kind of stuff. I was that's nice.
Mama Dar's critiquing like that.
Yeah, and then
that's why I came in the room and you said, "Tate, your mic is loud."
she said, "Boy, Kevin looks great. Since he's getting healthier, you can tell he's just looking great." You know what she said about me 2 weeks ago? You look tired. You look tired. Like, come on, Mom.
Well, yeah, she sees you the most, and you're working really hard.
That went all the way left because I thought you was gonna say she thought Dave was me, and I was gonna say, "Oh wow."
No. She just wow. She thought you had the audio level up and the crispness in the audio. She liked that.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, no doubt. Thanks, Mama D. You know, yeah, I'm feeling better. I can tell them. I mean, not that I felt bad, but they told me I put weight. I put on like about 12 pounds the past 4 months. But let's see what we can do about that. So
That's
yeah,
that's what that's what happens when someone steals your Discman, man, your Walkman. I can tell you're in that mode right now. You get the anger weight.
you know what? My disc man, and did have a Walkman, but they didn't work with these wireless AirPods. They didn't work with them, so I don't know. I've moved up now. I left the 80s stuff in the 80s.
Well, I
I
just
don't
hope
stress
neither
too
one
much.
of I just hope me or not or B Dirt. I hope piss you off tonight,
Stay
and
on the crosshairs.
yeah, you don't threaten to make change out of our $5 asses.
Nino Brown, hey man, Tyrant Tate, where's that come from, man? I'm not even that guy, man.
I don't know, but I like to lean into it every once in a while. I listen. Don't worry about 12 pounds, Tate. You look great. 12 pounds ain't nothing but a long weekend in Vegas. Keep pushing.
That's true. That's true.
Can't wait to get back to Vegas.
I'll be there in March. March Madness.
Yeah.
March Madness, man. Maybe that's a potential trip. Man, I got a few weddings I got to go to again next year, man. Not again. I mean,
Oh, that's at the top of my list. Weddings. Hate them. No disrespect to you, Peter. Hate them. I'm tired of people getting married. Stop inviting me to weddings. It is killing me. It's crushing me.
yeah, it will. It will. It will. And I mean, yeah,
I
I
love
got.
love, but I hate weddings.
Yeah,
we
no,
gotta figure out a way to cut that out.
I'm with you, man. I mean, yeah, and hey, our cousin pay. I was invited there to the destination wedding down to the DR, talking about charity down there, and I had to go. I mean, you could turn down the invitation, right? But our Uncle Albert wasn't flying, so he couldn't make it because he wouldn't get on the plane. So I was giving her away. So I was like had a responsibility to take care of. So I had to get there. But yeah, we turned it into a vacation. We stayed like 5 or 6 days more on front side and back side of the wedding. No diddy. But yeah, it was cool. But yeah, weddings and people keep inviting you, they do get the costs. Our niece is getting married next year. This on our anniversary. My anniversary is the 23rd October. That's my last doctor's appointment next month. And they're getting married on 24th, that same weekend that me and my wife did 17, 16 years ago.
Yeah, and nervous. Some people having destination weddings too. Oof.
Well, I think they do that to filter people out. What you say, Pay?
Get those people out of here. No disrespect. I love the Harriets. I love the Harriets. I had never been to Myrtle Beach before, so I appreciated that. But get everybody else, get out of here. Don't you dare get married in Hawaii. How dare you?
Oh, that's a big one, Hawaii. I mean, okay, I could work my unemployed budget down to Myrtle Beach for a few days.
There you go.
but Hawaii, wow. Sheesh, they ask you to pay about 5-6 bands just to get there. Yeah, man, you don't invite nobody to a wedding. They better package that thing up where you getting all kind of discounts and stuff and group rates on stuff, man.
I'm guessing there's only probably 3 people in the world that I would do that
for. Right. And I don't think my mom or wife are getting married again.
There you go. So. There you go.
That's 2 of the 3 right there. But yeah, man. Well, let's shout out some of the folk in the live chat. Pay, can you see him and shout them out, man? With your young eyes.
We've got Mr. Woodside. We've got Claude as usual. Dwayne McNair, what's up, fam? Tim Lyons, Jay Steed, all the regulars are here. Andre Green, Craig Werlow, Jamal McCullum, everybody, welcome to the show. It's Friday. Juice Bellamy, salute to you, good sir. George T, Daredevil, all the regulars. Like I said, Afton, of course, Afton's here.
Afton in the building.
Bigfoot Bob, Michael Herrick, everybody. Thanks for showing up. You could have been anywhere in the world on a Friday, but you chose to come and spend your Friday night with us. Terrible decision making, but we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for allowing us into your Friday sphere. We definitely appreciate it. Hey, man, so, you know, my brother-in-law got a couple track and field world champions down there. Melissa Jefferson Wooden won the double, first American woman to win the double down there, won the 100 and the 200. Kenny Bednarik, man, can't just seem to beat effing Noah Lyles, man. He got silver again to Noah. And the relay is today in Tokyo, tomorrow for us, tomorrow morning for us, this evening for them. The Tokyo's 13 hours ahead of us. But yeah, so I've been checking track out this week and stuff. Pretty cool. But now we're ready to talk some football. So now that we've got to basically the 10-minute mark, we'll take our first break, first of two. If you're watching on YouTube, we're not going anywhere. If you listen to audio platform, we have to hear a few words from our partners and advertisers. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us.
What's up, homie?
You can't handle the truth. Pay that man his money.
Never say never, but never.
Let's go.
Can we put an APB out for Lamar? Where he at?
I don't know where he at, man. I got to change that intro if he's not coming back, man. But you know, it's the Browns.
Jokers.
Brown Jokers, yeah. Yeah, he sent me a funny little GIF earlier this week. Like a Browns fan dressed like a clown with a Browns helmet on run out on the field. He said, man, this really what it's come to. We really are this. I'm ready to admit it. So, B Dirt, man, what's going on over there? We know what's going on over there. Okay. The Nationals are beating the Mets 4-2 in the fifth, and we're tied with the Cubs 4-4 in the fifth. Come on, I need this to break my way, Pay. But yeah, you're in the playoffs. I know it don't matter to you, man. I'm scoreboard watching for the chase. But anyway, B Dirt, man. So Burrow's had surgery, out 3 months. What's the feeling and the temperature like over this? I mean, we know from a national perspective, but from a Cincinnati fan, somebody that follows the team closely and stuff, what's going on with that? What are you guys thinking, feeling? What's up?
Well, I'll say this, Tate. I got to watch the know-it-alls on Sunday evening, so I think you sympathize because you've had to do a little bit of I don't know if I want to call it full out like coddling or maybe just some therapy. I saw Big G crashing out. A lot of that going on around us right now. We had that on our show. We were like, it started off with, I don't want to get into it, be too negative and blah, 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 blah. And next thing you know, spiral.
Hey, football fans are fickle like that, man. NFL fans, sheesh.
Listen, it's unfortunate. I will say this: football isn't as fun with Joe Burrow not playing.
For the NFL.
For the NFL. If he was playing on another team, I wouldn't want him to be out. Just like I don't want Patrick Mahomes to be out, or I don't want Josh Allen to be out, or Lamar Jackson. Those guys are fun to watch.
that Monday night game with whoever is against is not the same without Burrow. And you're throwing Browning in there.
There you go. So this, but listen, we've seen in 2023, Jake Browning started for an injured Joe Burrow, and he did pretty well. We went 9-8. You know what I mean? Is he Joe Burrow? No. But we'll win some games that we're not supposed to, and then we got some really tough schedule. I really think we need to get this win against the Vikings because we're probably going to lose 3 straight after that. Yeah, it is what it is. And the Vikings, McCarthy's been off to a slow start. Then he gets hurt. So now they have Carson Wentz playing. So this is the backup bowl here. This game really means something to Jake Browning because he got cut by the Vikings for a young Kellen Mond. That was obviously not the correct.
Who's not in the league anymore.
Yeah, it's obviously not the correct pick. So that was, he takes this game a little bit personally, and he beat them in 2023 when T. Higgins had one of the best touchdown passes I've ever seen, where he caught the ball on the sideline and he was faced the other direction and held the ball out over the goal line. Pretty good catch.
Okay. So,
but yeah, everybody's crashing out.
Yeah, I can get it though. But I've been there. I mean, game 2, was it 2019 when Big Ben's elbow went out? And that really was technically the end of his career. I mean, he played for another year or 2 after that, but he would never.
Wasn't the same, yeah.
Wasn't the same, yeah. But so been there. So are we like placing blame? Is it because of the offensive line, or was it just a freak play, or like how do you guys look at that?
Yeah, so this is the thing. None of the injuries that he's had are related whatsoever, and they're all very unusual plays, right? 2% of turf toe injuries end up in surgery, and he's immediately in surgery. The surgery he had on his wrist, the first time a quarterback's ever had that injury in that surgery. So it's just weird, like it's just weird things like that that keep compiling. Now, he's been hit more, he's been sacked more in his young career, 6 years in the league, than Andrew Luck did with the Colts. And you know what happened to Andrew Luck? He retired early because he just couldn't take it anymore. So I fear for that. Now, I won't say I had a different look at it. When you say blame the offensive line, I'll blame the play of the offensive line, but I'm not going to blame it on necessarily the offensive line men, because offensive line is one of those things, especially in the interior of the offensive line, guards and center, that you have to have communication and knowledge of how the other person plays. There's some continuity that needs to happen there. And the Bengals didn't address their needs at guard early enough, so they get Dalton Reisner in last minute. Those guys haven't played together. They don't know the tendencies of each other. So I think I put some of the blame on the front office. They should have been way out in front of that. They should have signed. If Dalton Reisner was going to be a viable option, they should have signed him early, had him here at minicamp, had him here all the scrimmages and the OTAs and all that stuff. But by not doing that, like, were you looking for something better? Because he's not expensive. You could still get somebody better if you wanted to. They're still under the cap. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's frustrating in that sense. And I put some of that blame on our front office. I think our front office did a pretty good job with all the things they were tasked with in the offseason with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, all those. There's a lot of moving parts, but that you have to get an offensive line in there at the beginning of minicamp, to me.
Does Joe Burrow have reward points now with the surgeon?
You know what? He spreads the wealth. He's not a frequent flyer. He goes to different surgeons throughout the country. This one, I believe, he's down in Alabama. So he's doing the Andrews Medical Center. So, yeah, he likes to spread the wealth a little bit.
Was definitely interested if he had the punch card.
And unlike Andrew Luck, who retired early, Andrew Luck was, I believe, well-to-do. His dad played in the NFL, was over some stuff. Joe Burrow's from Southwest Ohio. You know what I mean? Joe. I won't say Joe Burrow's from the hood, but he from the mud, though. So I mean, he's a fighter, he's a tough guy. I don't think he's just going. Not that Andrew Luck wasn't tough, but Andrew Luck got beat up. But nobody ever has been sacked as much, I believe, as David Carr. Oh my gosh, he was wrecked his entire career, wasn't he, man?
Yeah.
But okay, so we're going to talk about the game. We make our picks, the Bengals and the Vikings. Pay over there with the Ravens, man. What's going on over there? It's been quiet. They got that big win against the Browns. They got a win against the Browns, but you were right. They covered. Man, the Browns suck. But yeah, man, I'm hearing Derrick Henry telling people, okay, y'all keep thinking B-Hop is washed. Here, B-Hop's about to get more playing time and stuff like that. And just what's going on over there with the Ravens, man?
You're asking about this last game or just in general? Because
just in general, this week, what's going on?
Well, the nuke comment. I'll start there. The man makes one spectacular catch a game. Let's pump the brakes. He doesn't need. I'm not saying he doesn't need. Let me take that back. I think is going too much. Is doing too much. Say, you know what? He should get more playing time. Listen, you know he's a little ancient. I'm not saying he's washed or anything like that, but he's definitely not a guy that you need to start taking snaps away from none of the guys who's in their prime, in their physical peak, give them to old man nuke. We've seen this story before. Don't do it. As far as
Pay, you make a lot of ageist comments all the time. I just want you to know that. I'm calling that to your attention. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, we can stay there. As far as Derrick Henry and the Browns, as you mentioned, the Browns played a good game. Actually, believe it or not, they stacked the box. They limited Henry to basically nothing all that game. It was just
2.3 fantasy points.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any shares on this year, so I didn't know that until now. But as far as that game, it got away from them. The Browns are not on the Ravens level, so we don't need to. We need to expect them to keep that close, even though they've beaten the Ravens before last year. Jameis, shout out to him, salute to him, sir. But the Browns, they're not as bad as I previously thought. At least on the field, the roster construction, they're bad. Why do you have that many quarterbacks? But I do see some positive things. I see some positive things coming from Cleveland, just based on how they contorted themselves out of that game. They do need a better kicker. They need to get rid of that kicker, and because he's going to cost them another game at some point. Myles Garrett, beast, best defensive player in the league. Streets are talking. But yeah, the Ravens, everything's all good. Offense is clicking. Start the season with 2 straight 40 burgers. Who'd have thought? Defense scoring touchdowns last week. They're ready.
Okay. No. If I was to comment about the Browns, I don't know. Do you guys think they should keep rolling with Flacco, or is it time to give Gabriel or Shador, one of the rookies, a chance? Or like when they go 0-4, maybe that's when you'll pull the string on that shoot.
I don't think they should have let Flacco break camp as the number one. There's no reason a 40-year-old a 40-year-old shouldn't be the quarterback of your team. You're not contending for any type of Super Bowl. This isn't like a last dance situation. You know where you're going to be. You're going to have a top 6 draft pick. Cut the crap. You drafted Gabriel. Put him out there. Or you know what you're going to have? You're going to have a top 6 pick next year. And you're going to be like, you know what? There's a quarterback right there. Maybe we should draft him. maybe you wouldn't need to ask the maybe if you already knew if the young quarterbacks on your roster was good enough. You wasting time. I'm gonna just answer that question right there. At some point of this season, Gabriel's going to start some games. I would assume it would be after a bye or after Joe ends up in a. I won't go that far, but it'll probably be after a bye. I don't know when their bye week is, but it'll probably be around that time.
B Dirk, any thoughts on the Browns?
I agree with Pay, man. I don't see the benefit of starting Old Man River.
I felt that too, Claude. I felt that he being passive aggressive with it. No team should start a quarterback over 40. I got him.
Listen. So here's the difference between. I'll do it in relationship to the Steelers. The Steelers have a well-constructed roster, right? They have some pieces there that if you get solid quarterback play and limit turnovers, could make some noise. The Browns don't have that. So they need to find the next piece, not the patchwork piece. You know what I mean? They're not in a situation where there's some tread left on a tire, so you're going to patch the tire. Nope. Pull it off and put 4 brand new tires on this bad boy and get it running. That's that. You can't retread this one.
No doubt. Yeah, the chat picked up on Pay subliminal shots. So okay, shout out chat.
Nothing subliminal about it.
Sure it was. You didn't direct it at the Steelers. You said the Browns.
I said they're going to be at top. They'll have a top 6 pick. There was a caveat in there. Obviously, we've seen 40-year-old quarterbacks win Super Bowls before, and there was a reason why they kept putting him out there because 1, he's the GOAT. 2, because they were trying to win titles, and he's the best player for. If your objective is to win titles, there's no other quarterback I would want than Mr. GOAT, right? So there's a reason there. The Browns are not in that conversation. That was my whole point.
Okay, that makes sense.
I got a Ravens question. Have you heard any rumblings about Matabuke's neck? How he's doing? I know he hasn't been practicing. I don't know if he's expected to play or not.
Who was that?
Matabuke, the defensive tackle.
Your boy.
Injury report doesn't have him as doubtful, so I'm expecting him to suit up.
Okay. Yeah, I know Van Noy's probably out for a couple weeks.
Noy's gonna miss. Yeah. Big game.
Gonna miss that Pro Bowler, that first time Pro Bowler last year. Gonna miss him.
Yeah.
But they drafted your boy Mike Hughes from out of
damn
Marshall.
Let's hit an aggressive super chat by Juice Bellamy.
What'd Juice say?
Juice, thanks for the $1.99, but oh damn, Pay your QB likes back shots.
You did not need to highlight that. I mean,
man,
it's a super chat. All super chats get highlighted.
I think you need to you need to exercise discernment.
I mean,
it's a family show. Exercise discernment.
Well, it depends on how you perceive back shots, right?
Nope, sure don't.
But thanks for the $1.99, Juice. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about that game when we get to talking about the game. Yes, he's not
he
talking about Lamar Jackson.
Like $20 for that comment. That was wild, Juice. Damn.
But yeah, man. So you guys got any questions about the Steelers?
How much longer are you all going to do the Caleb experiment? He had that. I know he's going to be a work in progress, young back, but he's made, was it 2 weeks in a row? He's had some curious faux pas, mistakes. So
yeah. I think
go ahead.
No, he'll be sitting. He's definitely off kickoff. I mean, the team, the veterans, and the coaching staff and Coach Tomlin, they understand that he's a young rookie, but we can't afford them kind of mistakes that he's making. He didn't return the ball at all at Iowa. 5 times at Iowa he returned the ball. Shouldn't say at all. 5 times. Well, he wasn't a kickoff return. I think they was trying to maybe get him some experience, getting the rock in his hand and being able to do something with it, considering he wasn't part of the offense yet, to build his confidence. But that backfired. He fumbled the kickoff against the Jets, but was able to, I don't know if he recovered it or we just recovered it, but he did put one on the ground. So that experiment is over for now. I don't expect to see him get much on the way of offense till, I think he's just, I can even see him not getting the helmet, man. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe they bring up Trey Sermon, but until after they get back from Ireland, then he may get a chance to start to earn some grace back. But this week going to the Patriots, next week going to Ireland to play the Vikings, I don't foresee Caleb Johnson doing much. The Steelers are 8th in scoring offense in the league, believe it or not. It's a small sample size, just like the defense, though, small sample size. But this is definitely a bizarro world. Derek Harmon, the rookie defensive tackle, listed as questionable. I don't think he's going to play, but he could play. It's up in the air still. We don't know. Joey Porter Jr., Deshaun Elliott are both out. Alex Highsmith is out. I think that's part of the problem with the defense. A lot of talk about the defense for the past 2 weeks, but really this week. DC Terrell Austin was in his press conference yesterday, and he basically said these dudes, we got to get it together. We're it's not the defense, it's not the scheme, it's that guys are not communicating. And we had, all new pieces in the secondary last week. Because with Elliott out, with Porter out, so everybody out there is a new guy. Slay, new to the Steelers. Slay, Ramsey, Chuck Clark, Thornhill, who's looking not good. But Jabril Peppers, I think, will play a lot more this week. Looking forward to seeing what that looks like. We picked up the guy, linebacker Bentley, who was part of the Patriots. I believe he was cut earlier in the year. But yeah, picked him up. Thumper, 6'2", 255, big guy. We're missing that in our linebacker room. So because we let Landon Roberts walk and cut Mark Robinson. But so we're trying to get that middle linebacker room physicality going. And I'm not worried about the defense that much. I think the defense will be okay. We got a lot of glass half empty people out here.
Speaking of which, super chat, Claude Bishop, thanks for the 5 bones. He says the real question is, when are they going to play players at the position they were drafted for? # fire everyone.
Thanks for the super chat, Claude.
I was definitely with you with that take. Not to step on Claude's question. Well, he did ask a question. But yeah, it's definitely not Steeler football right now. Left is right, right is left. Yeah, but it's still early.
I thought you missed an opportunity there for some more ageism when he was talking about Darius Slay. If you wanted to put anything out there for that, Pay.
Yeah, cut him.
Danny Littlejohn, another super chat. Thanks for the $1.99. Hey, what's up with the Big Trash Bears?
The Big Trash Bears. They play in the Savannah Bananas League, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Claude Bishop, fire everybody. You were saying, Tate?
And we're going to talk about the Bears and Cowboys game. I want Pay to break that one down, how he sees it. I watched some of the frustrated Chicago sports fans, some of the North Roundtable. Good stuff this week, man. But
good show.
Yeah, as far as what Claude's saying, Claude has a vendetta out against the coaching staff. I know. Playing players opposition. Keanu Benton was drafted to play nose tackle. Now, and you keep him at nose tackle. I think he's playing hurt, but he needs to play better without a doubt. But YA Blacks never played nose tackle in the 3-4. a true nose is on the field. Maybe 15% of the Steelers defense, there's a nose tackle if they're running the 3-4. So you want to get your guys on the field. And Ben's a rush. Now they could switch it up. They could move them around. They could switch positions. I don't know, but yeah, Ben needs to play better. But I think in a few games here as stuff we come out the bye, you'll see the Steelers playing a lot better defense, I believe. So we'll see. We also signed wide receiver Isaiah Hodgins, formerly most recently with the 49ers. Formerly spent a good part of his career, 4 or 5 year career with the Giants. He's a nose tackle on RD. You guys keep wanting Casey Hampton and Vince Wilfork. Those guys get played off the field. They're not guys anymore, man. They're like in today's game, those guys get played off the field. They can't play special teams. They can't do a lot of stuff. So it's really like a roster spot that's not really needed. They do one thing only. The guys just got to play better. The guys that are on the team. Now I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
Something about these old guys that couldn't play. Or no, before that.
Yeah, but all
I
right.
agree. Old guys, get them off. They have no point on the team. Get them out the team.
Hey, in about a month, do you move into the old guy consideration range? I'm just asking. Where's it start?
Ooh.
Where's it start?
No.
No.
Huh?
That's what I said. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
The question mark behind that no, I felt like.
Yeah, I
was
did too.
confused about the
Was it
question.
an exclamation point? I will say
Well,
that.
are
No.
you about the same age as Joe Flacco?
We are about the same age. I don't understand the correlation you're trying to
Well, you
make.
call Joe Flacco old guy.
Yeah, well, Pay's not trying to play quarterback for an NFL franchise.
I didn't think that needed to be explained, but
what
there
he
you go.
said-
He's not old for an accountant. You know what I mean? If you want to do that.
But he said
Exactly.
old guy. So, but still, old guys shouldn't play football. So
There is no I mean after that. It just put a period. That old guy shouldn't play football.
Okay, but if you and Joe Flacco are the same age and he's old,
I don't play football.
Pay shouldn't play football. I got it.
right? But it doesn't mean he's not old because he said Joe Flacco's old.
For
He
a
didn't say he's
football
old
player.
for football.
Okay. The context. I think the context clues. I don't know if they taught that in school back when you was in school a long time ago, by the way.
Because I'm an old guy. I'm an older guy.
Yeah.
Abacus
Yeah, I mean-
days.
Right. Those days. Back. I don't know if you all heard. They're trying to bring back the dodo bird. Those were still around when you was in school. The
I
original
don't even know what
dodos.
dodo bird is though, but okay.
But it's an extinct bird that you probably fed a couple of times. But in any case, the context was football players.
Oh, Bigfoot Bob, the black and old. That well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah. Well played, Bigfoot Bob. We'll give you a hand for that. Everybody's a comedian. With that being said, we're gonna jump to break real quick. Watching on YouTube, don't go anywhere because we're not going anywhere. We're gonna take a pause for the cause. People on the audio platform, listen on the audio platform. We have to hear a few words from our partners and advertisers, and we'll be right back after this. Please stay with. And we're back on the Homies Friday night. Your boy Tate here with the homies B Dirt and Pay in the building, talking about the AFC North update was the first part of the show. Now we're going to get into our picks. We're going to put B Dirt in the driver's seat. B Dirt, let's go over the AFC North games first.
Pick 'em. What? I will say this. Last week, though, after all three of us getting 40% right on week 1. Week 2, all three of us had a winning record. What happened? All right.
No, I'm sorry. I skipped. I didn't lead you to the update. So yeah, go ahead with the update again. I'm sorry.
So all three of us had a winning record this past week. Tate and Pay both going 8-7. I went 9-6. Got one more game snuck out there. So brought our winning percentage for the year to 50% for myself and 47% for Tay and Pay.
But one game separates us in 2 weeks.
One game, so 14-16 and 15-15. Very tight race to start off the year.
Okay.
Very mid race.
Well,
very mid right now. But like I said, man, as far as especially early in the year, 500 is pretty good if you're picking all games. We gotta see what these clowns are like.
Yeah, we are, because we're not just playing a parlay or betting a ticket. We're betting every single game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And we're all picking every single game. So yeah.
That's right. So you want to start off with the AFC North games, you say?
Yeah, which one first?
All right, let me throw this one to Pay because Pay has a little insight on both of these teams. Packers at the Browns. Browns plus 8.5, over under 41.5. Give us your thoughts on this matchup, and then we'll get into our picks.
Hold on, fools.
Got them.
All right, so the Browns, I already espoused their stick-to-itiveness earlier, so I'm going to talk about them. The Packers might be the best team in the league. What else did I say about that? They're firing on all cylinders right now, and they're only going to get better as Micah gets more and more acclimated to their system. So it's not the light's going to get cut off quite early for the Cleveland Browns. I think they are the largest underdog this week, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep.
They were also last week. Probably will be next week.
I did say stick-to-itiveness from there. They have a trend and they stick to it. I appreciate that about them. So should I give my pick now?
You should give your pick, and also if you could give a rating 1 to 10, how much it pains you to say that the Packers might be the best team in the league.
I don't like it. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably not an integer at all. It's probably an emoji. It's probably a middle finger, but I don't have to lie about the team I don't like. I mean, if they're good, they're good. If they're better than my team, then they, so be it. However, it doesn't bother me to say the truth. I can say the truth, and it rolls right off my back. And as of right now, the truth is they are probably they've put the best tape out there out of any team in the NFL, bar none.
I was thinking the Dolphins probably were a big dog last
Yeah,
night.
I think it did go off 1 point more than
Yeah, you're right.
the Browns.
Dolphins were they covered. But yeah, they were the biggest underdog this week. Shout out to them.
The Dolphins.
All right, so I got Green Bay covering this 8.5.
Wait. Hold on a second. The Dolphins were 12.5 point underdogs this week, not
Right.
last week. Yeah, Thursday. That's right. But we don't pick that game, so we don't count that.
I don't care.
All right, who you got?
have
Browns or
this one.
Packers?
I got the Packers covering that 8.5 pretty easily. I don't have the Browns scoring a touchdown. I had them getting 2 field goals. They missed 2 other ones. So they only get into scoring position 4 times this game. I got Packers about, let's say 28. I want to give Browns defense a little more credit. I got it 24-6.
All right, Tate, how you see it?
Sounds about right. Packers definitely cover. Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, I picked the Packers to cover the 8.5. No real score prediction. It's gonna be a 14-point game easily, whatever the score is.
And that is a clean
2
sweep
tutties.
for us. I am also going to take the Packers. So, also week 1, anytime we had a clean sweep, we lost every one of those. Last week, every time we had a clean sweep, we won every one of those. So we righted the ship on that one. Let's go to the next.
That's probably a good thing, Craig, for the Browns.
All right. So the next one we have here, we have the Steelers at the Patriots. Patriots plus 1.5. So the Steelers are favored. Patriots are home dogs over under 44.5. Mr. Tate, what's your take on this game? A little analysis and who you got.
Well, my analysis on the game is the Steelers. We talked about it earlier this week on several of the shows. Smash the gas, pump your brakes. It's more about the Steelers than it is about the opponents. They have to come out. They have to play better defense. I'm keeping in mind the defense is down 4 starters. Offensive line, another game under their belt, hopefully plays better than they have been. Defense, I think we're gonna see just a new energy. I don't know if the players will be better, but I think they'll be more focused, more intense, and more ready to battle. Mike Tomlin's 3-0 against Mike Vrabel as a coach, but the Steelers don't have a good showings up in Foxborough. A lot of teams don't, but that's going back to a history. I mean, I think they just lost there against the Raiders week 1, right? I know they did. So it's going to be an ugly game at first. Defense is winning the game, I believe. Steelers, going into the year, I would say the Steelers wouldn't have gave up 30 points 3 times this year. They've given up twice already in 2 games. So, yeah, I'm not going to count on that one. But defense is going to start playing better. I got the Steelers win this game. The spread is 1.5, right? That's almost 50-50, right? Steelers favored by 1.5 on the road. Road favorite.
Yeah, but it's about a coin toss because you give the home team normally gets about 3 points for being at home.
Right. I saw where the Steelers had like a 56% chance of winning. So against a home team. So that's a coin toss to me too. But just because I have them winning, I got to have the Steelers covering because you got to win by – you can win by 1, but if you win by 2, I'll win. So I'm taking the Steelers, man, to cover. If I'm predicting the score, I'm going to say it's 24-16.
All right. Man, so I think for the Patriots to have a chance to win here, they really need to get that run game going better. Stevenson, and they haven't really been using Travion Henderson very much at all. I think they need to get that run game going if they're going to have a chance. That said, I don't think the Steelers are going to continue to play defense the way they had. I also have them covering here in a close game. I got them 24-20 probably, but I like the Steelers to bounce back with a win here. Pate, who you got?
Another young running back that's had some growing pains to start his NFL career. There's nothing much to it. Steelers are a 1.5 point fave. I don't think this other team is. I don't think they're as good as the Steelers, so I don't really have that much to get into this game. I got the Steelers covering this. They should win about a touchdown.
I like the direction the Patriots are going in right now, but I think they need some more Jimmies and Joes to be successful there.
Well, I thought that's what Vrabel was. They brought Vrabel in to be the Jimmy and the Joe.
Yeah. All right, so I've got the Bengals going to Minnesota to play the Minnesota Vikings. Bengals are 3-point underdogs, over under 41.5. They don't expect a whole lot of scoring here. It's one of the lower over under totals in for the week. Listen, Jake Browning, I've as I said, has a little something here to prove to the Vikings. The Vikings also a mash unit. They have 11 starters out. And because of that, I think we pull off the upset here. In a tight game, I'm going to say 23-20. This is going to be a lot of field goal kicking if you like that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm going to take the Bengals to win 23-20. I think the biggest thing is they've got a second year left tackle that's been struggling, and Trey Hendrickson has now got a couple games under his belt, and I think he's going to hit a stride here. I think he's going to have 2.5 sacks, maybe 4.
Darisaw isn't back.
As of filming yesterday, no. Pate, you get the Vikings or the Bengals?
Ugh. Did you all talk about who's actually got the best wide receiver in the league on your roster? Was that ever brought up on the show?
We did say that we have the top 2 here.
See, you did.
And Neighbors is coming for the title too. He wants a shot at putting his name in the hat.
Get out of here. That was good content, man. I wanted to hear that part. But anyway, for this game, I actually like Cincinnati to cover the 3, but I think Vikings win the game. Close game, obviously. Maybe a game-winning field goal decides it, but I don't think Jake Browning is going to get an outplay to that measure. Yeah, Carson Wentz, get him out of here too. Yeah, I got Minnesota winning just because I will edge the no diddy. I will lean in the direction of the coach I have more faith in. That's KOC.
Yeah,
to win the game, but I do
think they have a better coach.
Cincinnati covers.
You think Cincinnati covers? Okay. We scratch that out of there. Tate, who you got? You got the Bengals +3 or the Vikings?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take the Vikings to cover. And if Burrow was playing, I'd take the Bengals, but I think and it is the coaching. I agree with Kevin O'Connell, but to me, this game is more about the coordinator. I think Brian Flores is going to dial it up and have Browning. Didn't he throw 3 interceptions when he got in last week?
Sure did.
Yeah, so I think Brian Flores is going to dial some stuff up. I mean, Browning's a solid backup. Got you guys a few wins a year or 2 ago, whenever it was. But yeah, Brian Flores is different. We seen how he had Caleb Williams look in the second half of that Monday night game against the Bears. Just rattled the cages on everything. I think that he's that kind of defensive coach. He'll impact the game. So yeah, I got the Vikings. Close game still, 4-5 points, but the Vikings cover 24-20.
And last but not least, we have the Monday Night Football game. This is a exciting one. We go from the lowest total points here in the for the week to the highest. Lions +4.5 at the Ravens on Monday Night Football, over under 53.5 pay. What's your take on this one?
So this is I usually don't do this on the show. I say this for Pay Dirt. Check it out wherever you get your podcast. This is the best bet. I'm putting it at B. I waited all season. I was not going to use that 4-letter word.
Oh no.
But this is a lock. The over is a lock for this game, and there's 2 of them this week. The over is a lock. But I got the Ravens to cover that 4.5. As I mentioned earlier, they're hitting on all. Their offense is hitting on all cylinders. I don't think their defense is too far behind. They built up the type of lab that you expect from a team that should be contending for a Super Bowl. The Detroit Lions, Jekyll and Hyde start to the season so far. They played they scratched a major itch last week, but they were playing a team that's probably wouldn't even make JUCO in most states. So I don't take much.
Who they play?
I don't take much of that. We got to keep the train on the track. We are at 54 minutes. So I don't take much from that. I am. I don't take much from that. So I will lean to. I'm not leaning. I'm definitely taking the Ravens to cover that 4.5. And we already know Lamar Jackson's career record against the NFC, not to be played with. I don't think there's too much to be debated about this one.
All right, Tate, who you got? Lions plus 4.5 or the Ravens?
Be there. Who did the Lions play last week? Who did they beat?
The Chicago.
Chicago.
Bears?
That's right. They
Yeah,
played Chicago.
That's it. Yeah, Chicago Bears.
Okay.
I couldn't remember. I don't
Fake
remember
news.
seeing any Chicago highlights. It was just the Lions highlights I was seeing. I had to think about it for a second.
Well, yeah. So last time I recall, and Lamar's Jackson record against the NFC is exemplary. It is. But last time I believe he played the Lions, didn't they lose real bad?
No. I think they played them. Wasn't last year's. I don't know if it was last season or it was the season before last, but they beat major BTA. Lamar did.
Yeah, okay, that's what happened. Yeah, the Lions were undefeated. I believe were looking really good and went into Baltimore and got skull drug.
Lamar and them went and they built him.
No,
Well,
it was at the Ravens. It was October 22nd, 2023, and the Ravens won 38-6. Both teams.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Both teams left that game at 5-2.
Yeah. Thanks, B Dirt.
BTA.
I say that all the time, B Dirt, because it's a clip with Big G, and you brought some. I said thanks, B Dirt. You know, all you do is bring the facts, keep the receipts, and you're the go-to guy, man.
Yeah. Where the beating happened is irrelevant.
No, because that would be out there, and somebody would say, "Oh, yeah, paid." You okay? I knew what I was talking about. Don't make me second guess myself, and I know I'm right.
Has anybody seen Lamar?
You gotta relax. You gotta relax.
But hey, man. So yeah, I really think the Lions are this year. Hate to say it, shout out to the homies, June and B False from the Bleachers and Speaker podcast, Chicago Bears. Post game, Detroit Pistons, they the homies.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There you
man.
go.
What you say?
Detroit Lions. You said Chicago Bears.
Oh yeah, the Detroit Pistons and Detroit Lions. But yeah, man, I got the Ravens. Well, what's the over under?
53.5.
Ooh, I don't think that many points get scored. So I would take the under, but I got the Ravens winning by 10. The Lions, I mean, they got stomped by the best team. They won against one of the worst teams.
They almost had 53 last week by themselves. Put a 50 burger on them Bears.
They got stumped by one of the best teams, and they beat one of the worst teams. That's what I'm getting at. Now they're going to play another good team on the road. They're going to lose by 10 plus. Give me the Ravens to cover.
Damn it, man. So here's the problem. I'm rooting for the Lions for multiple different reasons. Here's the other thing. I wanted to take the Ravens because I don't like the matchup against Lamar Jackson. Their linebackers for the Lions are too slow. The only way that they can Brian Branch is going to have to play the game of his life in order for the Lions to have a chance. But now I don't want all of us to take the same Monday night game.
Why not?
Yeah, it's so boring. You know what? The Lions might be opportunistic here, get a couple turnovers. I'm going to take the Lions. I think the Ravens still win, but give me a 31-27. I'll take that hook to cover. All right. So now we're going to get back on track here. Tate, we're going to go over to you. Jets plus 6.5 at the Bucks, over under 43.5. Who you got?
I got the Bucks, man. No Justin Fields. Tyrod Taylor, I guess, is one of those old guys that shouldn't be playing QB.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take the Bucks. Baker's look game. Baker, your fancy quarterback, be there.
Yeah.
Good call. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and for that reason, I'm riding on the Baker Mayfield train as well. Give me the Bucks to cover that. Pay, who you got?
I've been a Baker believer for some years, so I also have Tampa Bay covering that 7 real easily. No Justin. I've been saying for a while too that New York Jets defense is overrated. Aaron Glenn ain't the only former Detroit Lions coordinator that's having a rough start to his head coaching career. Well, Ben Johnson is the only one. Aaron Glenn is struggling as well. But Baker and Bucks are just better. This is a better squad. Best time to catch the Jets. They covered at 7.
All right. That is a clean sweep. Run to the betting window. All right. I will take the Rams plus 3.5 at the Eagles over under 44.5. Listen, the Rams gave the Eagles quite a fight last year in the playoffs. Before the Eagles ended up pulling it out by 6. Still had a chance. The Rams still had a chance at the end. They're saying basically this is a pick'em game, but the Eagles are at home with 3. I don't know how you've watched these two teams and come across with that right now. One thing that was very evident to me watching the Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs play last week was the Bengals are not physical enough to win football games against people with defensive and offensive lines like those two teams have. So I think the Eagles pull this one off. I think it's still a 1-score game, but I think they win by a touchdown. Give me the Eagles. Pay, who you got?
For me, we pretty much think alike on this one. Philadelphia, I'm gonna just start out front. I got the Eagles covering the 3.5, but I would not be surprised if the Rams win this game. I think, again, for all the tape that's been put out there so far between the two teams and their 2 games, Rams have played better than the Eagles have. The Eagles offense, something else I've said, the Eagles offense it's pretty disjointed. It's definitely not sexy. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, they out there just on cardio. They out there just getting cardio. Jalen Hurts, very good quarterback, but they're not really doing anything. They're leaning on their defense, and their defense isn't as tough as the defense that won the Super Bowl. But I do think this game is going to come down to a little bit of clutch play, and I do trust Philadelphia to come up with some clutch stands or make some clutch first downs if it's 4th and inches. You know what I'm saying? So for that very reason, I'm giving the edge to the Super Bowl champs. I will have them cover the 3.5.
Pay is rooting for them to push some tush. All right, Tate, who do you have?
Yeah.
Eagles or Rams? Rams plus 3.5.
Yeah, the game you brought up last year was a close game, and it was in a snowstorm. So,
yeah,
one would think on a September Sunday in Philly, it won't be as difficult. I think the Rams are good. They could probably would be my pick to win the NFC West as it stands right now. But I think going to Philly, I think Stafford's a big hit away from sideline, at least for a game. And with Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and those guys, the Eagles are going to send at him. I think he's going to be flustered. And Stafford is a dog, not to be confused. Stafford's a dog. But yeah, I got the Eagles defense too, causing havoc and just disrupting the Rams the way McVay wants the offense to play. So give me the Eagles plus the 3.5. I mean minus 3.5. And if I'm calling the score, I say this one is 27-20.
All right. Next game we have here, Pay. We got the Falcons at the Panthers. Panthers plus 5.5, over under 43.5. Who you got on that one, Pay?
Falcons at the Panthers. I got Carolina actually covering the 5.5, and it's not because of anything Carolina has done. I don't think one of the 3 worst teams in the league so far to start the season. But Atlanta, I'm just not drinking the Kool-Aid just yet on them. They're a better team. They possibly win the division or battle it out with Tampa Bay at the last few weeks like they did last season. But 5.5 is just too rich for me at this point. I think Carolina, they have shown in the past quite often that they can get some backdoor covers, and I'm going to go in that same rate right here. Carolina covered at 5.5. Atlanta wins by field goal.
All right. Pay's got the Panthers. Tate, who you taking?
I'm done effing with the Panthers, man. I've said that. So I'm just gonna take Michael Penix and Bijan Robinson to take this game. I don't care where it's at because I don't remember where it's at.
Carolina.
But Carolina, yeah, the Rams go into Carolina, play good on grass. It's not that far away. Atlanta to Charlotte is what, an hour flight, if that, probably less than that.
It's a 6-hour drive.
Okay, yeah, so about an hour flight. Yeah, give me, man, please. I can get to Ohio where I need to go in an hour and 15 minutes, and that's an 8-hour drive.
Nah.
Yeah, definitely. See, B Dirt, look it up again, B Dirt. This kind of stuff you ain't look up, but I'm just telling you.
I go to Charlotte often. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, I don't know how you're flying. I'm talking about distance and how long it should take. These boys got a private jet. But yeah, man, that's off football topic. But yeah, it does. I'm gonna look this up between games. Give me Atlanta, B Dirt.
Oh, okay. All right, so Tate's got Atlanta. Here's my stance on this game. Last game against the Cardinals, I don't know what the Panthers are doing. They had Bryce Young throw 55 times. If they do that, he'll have 3 or 4 picks against this Atlanta secondary. For that reason, I'm going to take the Falcons. All right, next game, we're going to throw it to Tate. Really confusing here since he's looking something else up. We got the Colts at the Titans. Titans plus 4.5, over under 43.5. Does Danny Dimes stay hot, Tate?
Danny Dimes stays hot. He can stay hot in that division for as long as he needs to. They kind of got a win last week, a gimme win. The penalty. I mean, I guess it was a penalty by letter of law. You hate to see a game decided on a penalty like that because the guy had missed the kick. They moved it 15 yards closer and he nailed it. But they got the win. Danny Dimes has another win as a starting quarterback on his record. And Danny Dimes will get another one in Tennessee this week against Cam Ward and the struggling Tennessee Titans, who I believe one of us on the panel last week said aren't as bad as we think. You're right. I think they're worse than we thought.
Listen, the Colts have been playing at home. I really want to try and pick the Titans here. I think the Titans are going to play some decent games. My problem here, though, is not with Danny Dimes. My problem is here with Jonathan Taylor. He looks like the Jonathan Taylor of old. Give me the Colts to cover the 4.5. I think they win by 10. Pay, who you got?
In this game, I got Tennessee covering the 4.5. It's about time for that glass slipper to break.
There we go. I like it.
Was I the lone wolf on that one?
No.
Okay, you too. Okay, all right. Pay.
Pay was.
Let's hear your wolf this week. Pay. See if you sound like a wounded dog like I did.
Pay's got 2 lone wolves in a row. All right. So we're going to start this one off with me. Texans at the Jags. I'm going to have so here's the thing. I think the Texans, I took them to win the AFC South. I think they've played better competition so far than the Jags. I think there's some problems going on there with the coaching. I'm going to take the Texans to win this game outright. So the plus 1.5 is easy money here. Pay, who you got?
For me in this game, I have the one second. I got Texans. Texans by 2.5. That's 2.5 is the line, right?
Texans plus 1.5 as of about 2 hours ago.
That changes things. I wrote this down at 2.5. I'm gonna stick with it. It's about. I don't think Houston's an 0-3 squad. I got them getting off the schneid.
All right, Tate, you got the Texans plus 1.5 for the Jags.
Aroo! The lone wolf is out. Give me the Jags minus 1.5. Jags to win the game.
Heard that, Jags.
Jagging it.
All right. Pay, you have the next one here. The Saints plus 7.5 at the Seahawks over under 41.5. Who you got?
Let's not spend too much time on this. The Saints are not covering shit. I got who are they playing again?
The Seahawks.
Seattle. You're right. Seattle covered at 7.
All right, Tate, who you got? Saints plus 7.5 at the Seahawks.
Seattle.
All right, clean sweep for the 12th man. I'm taking the Seahawks as well. I'm pretty much going to take anybody who's playing the Saints all year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to, let's see. Tate, you're starting this one off. We got the Broncos plus 2.5 at the Chargers over under 45.5. Who you got?
Whew, this is a tough one. This is a good game. Sean Payton versus Jim Harbaugh.
The winner is first in the division.
Winners first in the division, yeah. Man, give me the Chargers. The way they played the past 2 games, that defense is everywhere, man. I know they got a couple guys hurt on defense, right? Their middle linebacker, number 8, Henley. What is his name? Is he hurt?
Who's that?
Your dude that was your defensive player on fantasy, that guy.
Well, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I got the Chargers anyway, though.
That's just wishful thinking right there by you.
No, I heard somebody's hurt for the Chargers defense.
Yeah, Khalil Mack is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And somebody else is out too, though, I believe. But yeah,
Is
you're right
Derwin
about
James
Khalil.
hurt?
I don't know. He didn't seem hurt after the game. He was talking to him after the broadcast.
So let's see who didn't practice on. Out is Elijah Molden and Will Disley.
Okay. Well, yeah, I got the Chargers.
All right. Cam Hart questionable. Looks like Henley did practice. All right. Hold on a sec. Coach, you gonna pull this one off again today? This week? Yep. That's right. Hardball for the win. Give it to me. I got the Chargers. Pay. You got the Broncos plus 2.5 for the Chargers.
Chargers 2.5.
Clean sweep. All right. So this one's going to go to me first. Cowboys at the Bears. Bears plus 1.5 over under 50.5. Man, nothing can fix an offense like playing this Dallas Cowboys defense. I know it's probably a little bit of an upset. Give me the Bears. I don't think they start off 0-3. Pate, who you got?
Which game is this again?
Cowboys at the Bears. Bears plus 1.5.
I got Bears 1.5. Again, lock. The over is a lock in this game. The Bears got to have if the Bears are going to win, it's going to be by shootout because the defense is horrendous. Same thing with Dallas Cowboys, but their offense is more certified. I do have a shootout coming out of this game. The total is what, 50.5, 51.5?
50.5. Yep.
50.5. Definitely taking that over. For the reason I'm taking the Bears 1.5, everybody in the building knows Eberflus. That defense has been stretched out more than a streetwalker in Vegas. And everybody with the Bears, the offense, the defense, they've all been to that hall. They've all been to that house. And some of them been to the house twice. They know the ins and outs. They know exactly how that hallway feels. Give me the Bears.
All right. Tate, you going to howl in this one, take the Cowboys, or you got the Bears plus 1.5?
Well, first I want to talk about it a little bit, man. I mean, because I feel like we talked about the coaching in New York Aaron Glenn could go 0-3. Ben Johnson could go 0-3. Matt Campbell could go 1-2. Probably will. All this probably will happen. And I think this just shows that the guys that formerly were all in Detroit, they need to all be in Detroit and be together again to be successful. So with that being said, man, my first 2 weeks, I picked the Bears twice strong. Pay even said 2 touchdowns each week. We're starting to pipe down a little bit, starting to simmer. I'm sorry?
2 tutties.
Yeah, twice. 2 games, 2 tutties. And I think they did the reverse. 2 tutties was right, but just the wrong flip. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna take the Cowboys, man. I think the Bears defense, I think, is right for the pickings. It's their secondary, man. I think it's right for the pickings for Dak and CD and George Pickens and those guys. Dak has 3 1/4 and 3 tubs in this game, man. That's my prediction.
It's possible.
I can do it.
Smooth.
All right.
In Soldier Field, not to mention they lost the game where they honored the 1985 Bears 40th year. You lose that game. Yeah, man, give me the Cowboys.
I'm more concerned about them doing a different type of honor. I can care less about that one.
Okay. Pay, you're going to start us off with this one. We got the Cards plus 2.5 at the 49ers over under 44.5. Who you got?
San Francisco, 2.5.
San Francisco minus 2.5.
That's correct.
All right. Here's again, I'm going to say that I don't see the Cards jumping out to a 3-0 record. For that reason, I'm on the same train with you. I'm skipping Tate. Sorry. I'm taking 49ers. Who you got, Tate? All right. Cards it is.
For the win. They're -3, right?
Cards are plus 2.5.
Oh, yeah, give me the Cards. They're going to win the game. Yeah, give me the Cards.
All right. We got Tate. This one's for you. Chiefs at the Giants. Giants plus 6, over under 45.5. Who you got?
I'm gonna take the Giants, man. Plus that 6.5. I mean, I think KC probably wins. I think it'll be closer than we think.
Straight 6.
I think we've seen it going around this week. I think Russ battled Dak last week. I think he's going to battle Mahomes at home. He's playing for his job, even though we all think he should go home with Sierra. But yeah, the Kansas City win goes 1-2, but the Giants keep it close. That defense will play well against Kansas City at home.
Yeah. Giants, Cowboys. The Giants, we know they've got a good pass rush, but you can't, if you're giving 40 points up to the Cowboys. I know the Cowboys got pretty good offense, but if you're giving 40 up, you're not scoring 37 against the Chiefs. Chiefs defense is good. I'm going to take the Chiefs here. I think they get off the snide eventually. I got them winning this game 28-20. Pay, who you got?
Yeah, there's no way they lose to the Giants. If they do, oh my goodness! If you all still watch those daytime sports talk shows, all of it's going to be about Chiefs and their internal issues and should they trade for Tyreek Hill because he hasn't got arrested in Kansas City in a while. They needs to get back familiar with that judicial system. But yeah. Kansas City, no way, impossible. That's what you saw with Russ is a 1 week thing. Kansas City's going to Kansas City, Travis Kelce, and the rest of them boys. They're going to have a flashback game. They're going to go ahead and go upside New York's head, 28-10.
I like it, Mark Tobin. No, not that one. Mark Tobin, 34-21. I like that. All right, that's it because we already did the Monday night game. So that concludes the picks. Tate, take her back over and wrap us up.
Yeah, man. Well, another Claude had a super challenge that we got to. He probably was talking about at the time the Steelers because he says communication coaching is what the biggest problems are. Because I talked about the Steelers communication in the secondary, and then he's always on the coaching, so I'm guessing that's where it's from. Thanks for the $2, Claude.
Yeah, sorry for missing that super chat, Claude. We do appreciate you guys when you super chat us for sure.
No doubt.
Oh,
and Yeah, man. So great show. The Reds just beat the Cubs. That's 2-0 this series pay, so I won't have to pay you anything for winning this series. Now, if I can get one more, you have to pay me. That would be great. On our way to the playoffs. But yeah, man. Man, great show. Thanks for joining us. Everybody in the live chat, man. Thanks for rocking out with us. Like I said, having us in your Friday spear. Afton, thanks for being here. As always, we really appreciate you. Any real quick, B Dirt, the college game you looking forward to seeing the most tomorrow? You guys play Nebraska, right?
3:30. It's in the Bussin Bowl. Will Compton and Taylor Lewan have a great bet. It's the Bussin is putting out Bussin with the boys is putting out 50 grand. Whichever team wins, the loser is donating $50,000 to the winning team NIL. So Michigan wins, Will Compton has to donate $50,000 in his name from their show to the Michigan NIL pact. And if Nebraska wins, Taylor Lewan has to do the same. It's hilarious.
Will Compton went to Nebraska then?
Correct.
Okay.
And then the other thing they have to do is from now until 2028 when they play again, anytime they are asked who won the 1997 championship, because it's split between Michigan and Nebraska, the loser has to say the other team won. It's pretty funny.
Speaking of which,
and I also have I have someone to do dirty.
Go ahead.
And this is no stranger. This guy's been done dirty before. And it's not going to be paid because we're over time. It's going to be Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly, if you haven't heard, yelled at a reporter for questioning how the offense moved. It's not an out-of-line question. He called him spoiled and all kinds of other stuff. Just, dude, do your job. You're up there to answer the questions. You were outgained.
You play to win the game.
You were outgained by a terrible Florida team by 50 yards. You only had 10 first downs. They had 23. You had 7 punts. You were lost the time of possession almost 38 minutes to 22. There's nothing wrong with them asking you questions to fix the offense and make it better. Be professional and answer the damn question. And rant.
I kind of liked his rant.
You would.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was unfair to the media, but it's always cool to hear Herm Edwards drop.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Yeah. So with that being said, oh yeah, that's what B Dirt, you led me to that when you brought up Will Compton going. We're going to have as a guest on the show soon here. We're just working out a date, probably the bye week, I'm thinking. Former outside linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers and part of the Nebraska Cornhuskers mid-90s championship teams. Dante Jones played for 2 Hall of Fame coaches. Tom Osborne on the collegiate level. Bill Cowher. Get to talk to him, prick his brain about playing with Hall of Famers like Kevin Green, Rod Woodson. Played on those teams, played on that Super Bowl team and lost to the Cowboys in 95. So, yeah, he's going to be on the show here coming up shortly. So, yeah, well, with that being said, fellas, check out Running Through the Jungle. Check out the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fans. Pay, y'all doing a lot of good stuff over there, man. I see you and Q over there, man. Just, better watch out for the FCC nowadays. That's all I'm going to say, man. Them boys is out here. But
You're not scared to stop.
I feel you, man. Today I was on my way to the doctor and Secret Service police just pulled right in front of the light and just blocked us off, man. As the motorcade was coming through. It had to be 47 and his boys.
Pay don't like tycoons.
That's what that's about. Well, yeah, I was late. I was late for
super chat.
I was late to my appointment. Threw off the whole rest of my day. From the homie Claude in the building, $5 super chat, Claude. We definitely appreciate you. My doing them dirty is NFL honoring an unapologetic bigot because it respects the black players and fans.
I think he meant to put disrespect.
Okay. Yeah, well, he was on that back in 16, 17, you know. But we don't like to mix politics and football, even though the politicians do. Who knows? You go figure. But yeah, so thanks for the super chat, Claude. And with that being said, fellas, until next week for the homies, we out. Peace.
What's up, homie?
You can't handle the truth. Pay that man his money.
Never say never, but never.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mamba out.